Good day, this is Ray. Today is Saturday, August 22nd, 2020. And for me, day number 165 of social distancing. Hope that you, your family, your friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying safe, staying home. It's been a rough week for me. As a matter of fact, I was debating whether or not I should record a video this morning, but you know, when you have lupus, my purpose of doing these videos was to show the authenticity of someone who has it. I do. Not only am I a little bit tired, but I have mouth sores going on this morning, throat's hurting, just really fatigued, and got a lot to do. So this week at work was very stressful. I'm working 2 different departments and just trying to find a balance right now. Hopefully I'll be able to get that in good order soon, because I'm not getting much sleep just thinking about work. And I do apologize for my voice. Lupus can affect your voice from time to time, and today is one of those days, a little bit weak. So last week I had an appointment with my rheumatologist. It was the last Friday to be exact. Not yesterday, but the week before. And so I drove down, I got my labs done, and it didn't take long for the lab results to come back. They came back, and from what I could tell, for the most part, things look pretty good. I followed up with my primary care physician, or PCP, and he looked over the labs that he had ordered on top of the ones that I had to do from a rheumatologist. My A1C was down to 5.7. It's been as high as 8%. So that's a good sign. And I think the last time I had it tested, I'm not sure how many milligrams of prednisone I was taking. It was probably 20 milligrams. And I've been down to 5 milligrams pretty much since March, April. I've had some lupus flares in between there. But he told me basically to have some exercise. And I hadn't got any exercise this summer, basically. But what I intend on doing is at least twice a week finding a park or a track to go to and go for a walk. You know, just to get a little bit of exercise. I got to be careful because I have a rheumatoid arthritis. So, you know, just got to really take it easy and just do what I can, not overexert myself. So I hadn't driven my car since last Friday. I'm going to get out today. I've got to run some errands. Last year, this month to be exact, was when I put all my stuff in storage, and I was finishing up treatment. When I was living out west, I had to have another infusion, so didn't end up leaving until the end of August of last year. But all my stuff has been in storage basically since last August, and I've been living in a room basically since then. I've had a couple of months where I was living in a hotel for work, so about 4 months or so working in a hotel, so gave me a little bit more freedom. But you know, basically since February I've been living in a room, and I probably won't have my own place for a while. You know, I got to dig out some of the medical debt, and also spending time, you know, paying down my student loans as well to get that knocked out. And it's good now because 0% interest, and they stopped my payments, and I've continued to pay down that, and that's you know, I wish they would do that for, you know, 2-3 years. Let us just pay, and that allow us to pay down the debt a lot faster. But anyway, it's another story for another day. So I spent yesterday getting quotes from movers, as well as looking at the size of the container that I currently have my things in and what I'm going to transfer the stuff into. So if I do that, I'm going to save about $100 in storage fees, which I'm going to also put towards that, get that paid down ASAP. Hopefully in the next, I'll give myself about 5 years, and then I'm going to look at purchasing a home. Hopefully everything, you know, my health is going well during this time. So anyway, I'm coming up on about 5 minutes of the video. What I wanted to talk about today and what I wanted to talk about last week, but went off on a tangent about, you know, how people say, oh, you look good, you must be good. Let's watch the video. It's just pretty much one of the frustrations I have as someone who's suffering from lupus. But there are different types of lupus, and the reason I wanted to bring this up because I mistakenly talked about lupus nephritis as being a form of lupus, which it's not. It's a result of having systemic lupus erythematosus, and the percentages vary, but about 1 in 4 or even half develop lupus nephritis from having systemic lupus erythematosus, or SLE, or lupus. So let me talk about the different forms of lupus. And I pulled this information from the Johns Hopkins Lupus Center website, which in turn, I believe they pulled most of this information from the Lupus Foundation. So the 4 different types of lupus are, the 5 different types of lupus that they identified are systemic lupus erythematosus, or SLE. When people refer to lupus, they're pretty much talking about that particular type of lupus, which is what I have. Then there's chronic cutaneous lupus erythematosus. And I am going to read from my notes, so if I'm darning my eyes, I do apologize, but it is what it is. I'm not getting paid to do this. I'll give you the best effort that I got, which is about 50%, 49%, maybe 51%. And that's that type of lupus, the chronic cutaneous lupus erythematosus, is the lupus that is limited to the skin. And then there's drug-induced lupus erythematosus, which certain drugs cause lupus-like symptoms and generally goes away after the medication is no longer being taken. It might take a couple of months or a year, but it does go away. Initially, it was thought that I had that, but that's not the case. I've had 2 additional tests to confirm that I have that specific type of lupus. I even have a rash on my face to prove it. You probably can't see it too well on the video, but it pops up from time to time. And then there's neonatal lupus erythematosus, which is a form of lupus that may affect the babies of women with certain autoantibodies. And then childhood lupus, which affects children similarly to the way lupus affects adults. So I'm not going to go into great detail about each one of those specific types of forms of lupus. I'm going to leave that up to you to do the homework to find out more about it. If it's something that specifically affects you, or if you know somebody that has lupus and you just want to learn more about it, I'm going to provide you with a number of resources to go to. Lupus Foundation is something I'm learning more about. The Johns Hopkins Foundation is something I'm just learning about. So I'm going to spend more time digging into that website. But of course, the American College of Rheumatology is a great website to go to, as well as the Lupus Foundation of America is also another great website to go to. And of course, talking to rheumatologists, trying to get better informed and more educated about it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video. Like I said, I'm not feeling all too great today. If you like this video, I would ask that you hit the like button down below. Leave a comment, suggestion, anything you'd like to hear from me to talk about, and also subscribe. And I just once again thank you for your time for watching these videos. I'm gonna go out and run some errands, probably actually go to the airport, look at some planes taking off, landing. Hadn't done that in a long time. It's a hobby that I used to do as a kid, and in my early adult years, just to take my mind off of things and just go out there, and also stop by the storage facility, take a look at the unit that I'm probably going to get. And once again, thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video, or you'll see me, whatever. You know how it works. Take care.
Is she an angel? She's a miracle. Is she the devil?